Is now a good time to invest? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe to Altcoin Daily for our daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. And today, I want to share with you, if I was new to crypto, if I never invested before, and I had $1,000 that I could afford to part with today, I want to share with you my 5 picks how I would break down $1,000 into today's market for hopefully big gains in the future. And before we begin, because I feel like the market is dropping every minute that I record this, let's talk about the huge question that's on everybody's mind. And that question is this: is now a good time to invest? I'm sure you're going to tell me what you think in the comments, but let me tell you what I think, because it's interesting. It's interesting to see as the market dips lower day by day, week by week, month by month. As we go lower, it seems more and more people are choosing to tune out. I mean, so many people are either bored, or they're getting scared, or they're just choosing to shut their brains off rather than expanding and growing. They're contracting within themselves, which I don't think is a good thing. And I think this quote applies more than ever. Warren Buffett once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." It's kind of a cliche at this point, but the last part, be greedy when others are fearful, I think applies more than ever. So don't contract. I think that's the wrong move. I really think that now is the time to double down on your interest in Bitcoin and crypto, because when the next bull run happens, you'll be able to profit immensely. And there's not just going to be one bull run. I suspect that we're going to see a series of bull runs over the next several years. The market's going to grow and correct and grow and correct and get bigger and correct a little bit and grow some more, like it does every single year. And you can go back throughout the years on coinmarketcap.com and see this happen. But the problem right now is that most people are succumbing to short-term thinking. They're not even thinking about the next coming years. So I want you to think about this. Yes, the market is way down right now. But all of these great projects that were renowned months ago for having such huge futures, just 6 months ago, what's the difference? What's the difference now? There really is no difference, besides some of these projects are now further on the roadmap. I guess the difference would be now you're a smarter investor, or maybe the difference would be that now you can see even more green flags to suggest that the market is going to get a whole lot bigger. But I guess the main difference is, the biggest difference is that now you have the opportunity to get in on these same great projects, but much lower than most people got into it. So what's the matter? What, the market's down right now, so you don't want to invest? This is the exact time you should want to invest, or accumulate, or get involved in any way. And it doesn't even have to be for a lot. Even just $100 could get you some huge gains, I think, because the space is so young right now. And there's so much potential for it to get so much bigger. And of course, do not get euphoric. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Always approach each investment as a disciplined investor. I don't want you to get out of control, but now is not the time to contract. Now is the time to expand. And come next bull run, when all of us are cashing out and taking profits, the sad truth is that's when the mainstream media is going to be giving the general public permission to finally buy in. When we're cashing out, it's like what happened at the end of last year. A lot of people FOMO'd in at the end of last year. And maybe you did, maybe you FOMO'd in. A lot of people at that time were hearing stories about other people earning huge gains on their crypto investments. My question to you is, do you think those people who took huge gains at the end of last year, do you think those people got in at Q4 last year, in October and November and December, and that's when they got these huge gains? Of course not. No. They bought in months earlier or years earlier. They bought in when everybody was bored and when the crypto future was uncertain, because they recognized the potential that Bitcoin and a few key altcoins had. And they said, hey, if I buy in now, I might really have an opportunity to make some huge profits in the future. And they did. And I think it's going to happen again. I think it's going to happen a few more times at least. So if you think that the 2017 pump and the 2018 correction and or dump, if you think this is the only time this has ever happened in crypto and now we're just going down to zero, hey, let me clue you in again. This happens every single year. So with that being said, Let's get into it. I wish that this was the first time that I was hearing about Bitcoin. And I wish this was the first time I was hearing about crypto. And I wish I'd found a channel like this much earlier, Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe to Altcoin Daily for our daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. So do not contract, expand, subscribe to our channel, keep learning as much as you can about cryptocurrency, especially when the market is down right now. Sure, many of these projects are probably going to die, but if you're a smart, disciplined investor, I still believe you have the chance to invest and probably take some huge profits in the coming years. Anyways, let's get into it. Whew. If at any point you find value in today's video, give the video a like. It truly does help us grow as a channel. Anyways, if I had $1,000 to spend on crypto today and I never invested in anything before, let me tell you how I would break that down. And I'm only going to hit 5 projects right now. Obviously, there are more than 5 good crypto projects, so you're going to have to tell me how you would do things differently. Or maybe I made a good choice. You let me know. Anyway, first and foremost, the first project, of course, Bitcoin. Out of the $1,000, I would put at least $500 into Bitcoin. It's the original, it's the Mac Daddy, it's the most tested, most transacted, most held, and in my opinion, it will continue to be the leader in the market, at least for the next several years. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to go up forever, but I think over the next several years, yeah, Bitcoin's going to be the leader in that regard. So right now, Bitcoin's sitting at around $6,200. Who knows what it'll be when you watch this video, but yeah, I'd put $500 into Bitcoin at least. Next up, we're just going down the list here. I would put $150 into Stellar Lumens. I like Stellar. I think the reason Stellar isn't at a higher price point right now is because the whole market's down. However, it is finding a lot of support around the 19, 20, 21 cent range, a lot of support, and we're actually kind of at the very bottom of that at 19.5 cents. So I like Stellar. IBM uses Stellar for cross-border payments. Stellar is also a smart contract platform, to compete with Ethereum, stuff like that. Developers are actually building on Stellar right now, so it's positioning themselves well in that regard. And besides that, it's most likely going to be listed on Coinbase, which will increase demand and probably increase the price. And we just take a look back at the last year in Stellar's history. Tons of people back at the end of last year and beginning of this year were talking about how all Stellar had at that time was basically they were partnered with IBM, which was a huge deal. And Stellar was trading at 86 cents, 70 cents, over 50 cents for a long time. And people still thought it was a great investment back then. Now, a whole lot more stuff is going on with Stellar. And because the market's down, I feel that they're at pretty low prices. So put Stellar on your radar. Next up, my next $150, we're trying to spend $1,000, would be on Cardano. And of course, all of these are long-term holds, right? So $150 in Cardano ADA. Cardano, first of all, if you want to invest in Cardano, you're going to need a whole lot more info than this paragraph I'm about to basically tell you about. But Cardano, it's a 3rd-generation crypto. I love the CEO. I love the way they're going about building Cardano out. They're using top scientists, top engineers, top developers, and they're peer reviewing it. They're solving a lot of, since it's a 3rd-generation crypto, they're solving a lot of projects that currently, they're solving a lot of problems that currently plague the space. And also, they're looking to keep Cardano relevant. One of the things Cardano is in tune with is that technology is always changing, and so they don't want Cardano to fall behind. They want to make sure Cardano can always stay ahead of the technology, and I like that. And even more than that, the reason I wanted to bring this to your attention is because Cardano hasn't been this low in almost a year. Cardano right now is trading just above 7 cents. We haven't seen a price point like that since back November 28th, so almost a year. And back when Cardano was 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, over $1, back when even in May, when it was over 30 cents, people liked Cardano. I like Cardano. What's different now? Well, right now they're at near rock bottom prices at 7 cents. I'm not saying it's going to go lower or higher. I'm not talking short term. I'm talking long term because I think Cardano will shine bright in the coming years. And it's a long term hold for me. All right. Next up, as we continue to go down, of course, there's a lot of good projects I'm skipping and a lot of good buys I'm skipping, like Neo. $18 for Neo. Hey, listen, Neo's not dead here. I think that's a pretty decent price, but it's not on my list today because the next project, the next crypto I want to talk about is vechain. Vechain is a supply chain management crypto, which means they're helping both consumers and businesses track their products from creation to its shipping to its storage when it sits on a shelf. Vechain is providing blockchain solutions to businesses in many ways. And as a customer and as a business, to store this information on the blockchain, I think this is very valuable. And the supply chain management is a good space for new crypto projects to be in, because I think there's a need. And another reason I like vechain, they're not the only supply chain management crypto. They're the most valuable, according to CoinMarketCap. But the reason I like vechain too is because they have a number of huge partnerships. And you can Google that. Really interesting stuff. The Chinese tobacco industry, the car industry, fine art, liquor, wine. And they have a working project. So they have a working product. So I'd put $100 on vechain. Right now it's trading between 1 and 2 cents. They just switched over to vechain Thor, so we don't get a lot of history here. I think, once again, I'm not saying if it's going to go lower or higher in the next coming days or months. I'm saying in the long-term future, I think it has a lot of room to grow. So I'd put $100 into vechain. And so far, we have spent $900. So lastly, I want to pick a smaller cap. It's riskier, but it has the potential for more gains. But you have to be very critical when investing in smaller cap coins. So let's continue. Going far down. My final pick is I want to put $100 in nuls, sitting at 100 on coinmarketcap.com. It's a small cap coin. Now, I've talked about nuls before. Nuls is also a platform cryptocurrency. Right now, they're trading at $1.26. And they're like Ethereum or like Cardano. They're a platform crypto. I believe they're based in Korea. They're also a third-generation crypto. And they're trying to solve a lot of problems that currently plague the space, and specifically give businesses who want to get into blockchain business, provide them with solutions. So I think nuls has a lot of room to grow. If you want to learn more about nuls, it's more than I can say right here. Go to our video from about 2 months ago. I'm going to show it to you. This one right here. 3 reasons why I like nuls, and use that as a starting off point to learn more about the nuls project, because I think they deserve to be a whole lot farther than 100, which is where they are right now. I think they have a lot of room to grow. And that's it. That was my $1,000. All right, team. That is it for me. Hit the like button. If you found value in today's video, hit the like button. It helps us grow as a channel. If you're new and you want to be a part of our daily crypto videos, we try and provide you with a lot of value. I'm no expert, but I think we're all trying to grow together, because never before have we seen a space where the average everyday person can get involved and invest and see profits or see losses. You know, it's a risky space, but I think if you're smart, you have the opportunity for huge gains, which we've been seeing for the past years and years. So even if you don't want to buy more, do not contract. Double down. Expand. Learn as much as you can. It's going to pay off when things start to get exciting again. All right. This was great. I look forward to the future and going on this journey with you all. See you tomorrow.